Okay, so in the last 3 months, what unexpected event has happened? Because as we know, those things just are part of this business.
I'd say the biggest one was the tropical storm, Category 5 hurricane that came up from Mexico. Right when we were about to pour our grade beams and footings for this entire project, we got hit with about, 15 to 18,000 gallons of water in the footings. So we had done our best to prepare, kind of put tarps out, traps, just tried to shed the water as best we could. Didn't work. Everything filled up. It took us about 2 weeks to just get the footings that were just cut and prepped with rebar being set, ready for this pour, get the water out, clean those up. We had to hold the water off site because we couldn't get a permit from the city. We couldn't dump it in the sewer. We couldn't put it in the street. So eventually we had to get a rental truck, a water truck, get it here, work with our contractor, fill it up. We probably did 24 trips or so to a site, 20 minutes away to shed that water, to do it all properly. And then, back to work. Still had dirt on site, still had to clean. So that was an unexpected, kind of thing that happened. That's the first hurricane ever in San Diego.
Right.
And we were really caught at the worst time.
What was the delay from it? How much time did we lose?
Well, I think we lost about a month, maybe give or take. It's really kind of hard to put an exact time because obviously we had to do everything we could to bring it back up to schedule as best as possible. But I think it's just the issues that we have with the city not being able to just pump it into a sewer. You have to kind of figure out what to do in order to take that problem and try to make it as minimal as possible.
Right.
And that's the only thing we could do is work with our contractors, and they were able to help us. What they ended up doing is they used that water to provide dust control for another project.
Right.
So we're very fortunate to have subcontractors that will help us and work with us.
Right. A lot has happened since I was here a couple months ago. We're vertical now. What's next?
So right now we are up to the first floor plate up above the ground level, this is considered the third story. But if you look inside, you'll notice that we have double height spaces. So these are going to be loft-like spaces with 16-foot ceiling heights. So the next thing is we're going to finalize the CMU block, and then we're going to start pouring the first deck, which will have all the bridges and the first floor plate for the levels up above.
Right.
So that's going to be a pretty good milestone for us.
I'm excited about that one. I think one of the coolest things about this project is how big all the units are going to feel. I mean, they're going to feel massive.
Yeah.
Last thing, all the lines are gone. What happened with the lines?
Yeah, we're on a site that's quite constrained. It's only a 6,000 square foot lot. It's on an alley, and on that side of the alley you can see high voltage lines. So our only access point is from this front street, which we had a big cluster of communication lines running by about 20 feet off the sidewalk. So this building will be built largely off of cranes, mobile craning, and a lot of things like this, telescopic boom lifts coming in and getting material. And a lot of people were concerned about how did you get in and how do we get that concrete pump in, and does it come in and under and up, and there's going to be scaffolding and elevators. It's a small lot with a lot going on. So just something like that, it took us 3 months or more just of constant, harassing the communication company, AT&T, to come out here and get that moved.
Right.
So they actually rerouted all that over there.
Epic.
But we're also working with Cox, AT&T, and WebPass for our communications for this project. So we're able to lobby them a little bit and be like, hey, we're bringing you 32 customers, come move this line. So,
right.
Or maybe we'll, just go with Cox or something.
Right. Right.
But it worked. It was effective. They came out and got it done.
Good. Awesome. Well, so are we still, as far as timeline goes, I think we were originally talking March of 2025. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we originally planned for, giving ourselves the 2 full years.
Right.
So that would be up in May of 25. But right now we're tracking pretty good on timing.
Yeah.
So it's looking like March right now, or if not sooner.
All right.
So we'll be topped out on this in October of 24.
Right.
So the full building height superstructure of this thing will be done by October of 24, and the game will be during that time chasing the interiors. So once we're going up, we're going to start be working interior. So
Yeah, this being a concrete structure, you don't have to wait for the waterproofing and the drywall and the roof to be on before you can start adding the windows and insulating and stuff like that. So that's one of the beauties of it, is that as we're 2 levels up above, we can start working on this on the level 2 levels below,
Right.
doing all the interiors, putting the windows on, putting the doors on, and kind of getting all the finishes in, closing the doors and locking them, and then we're just chasing the block guys up
Right.
by 2 levels below.
Right. Well, look, I love the cement or the masonry look, but that could actually be maybe a strategic advantage for what or is it going to be an El Nino next year? So if
Yeah.
we see a bunch of rain, maybe that was a work out in our benefit.
I think it will.
Yeah, definitely, it won't burn.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think
Who
there's a
knows?
lot of benefits to these walls. For one, less material. We're less logistics, less deliveries. We're just working with masonry. Two, these kind of work as like a trum wall, so it's going to be absorbing heat. So it's going to stay cool. It can also potentially stay warm.
Right.
So I think plus also the size of these openings, there's going to be a lot of passive airflow. So it's going to be a lot more natural. This thing is going to, from environmental systems, it's going to kind of, breathe and feel cool and feel
Right.
warm when you need it to.
and also a lot of natural light. If you can see it's made up, composed of 5 towers. So what we ended up doing is separating those towers so you get natural airflow in between each building.
Right.
So each building kind of lives to the outside, helping erase that kind of interior-exterior boundary, and also provides vegetation in between. So now you're not walking down that long corridor that you see at every hotel with doors all the way down. You're actually walking through vegetation, open air, light. So we think it's going to feel really, really nice. And also you enter into your exterior patio, your outdoor living room.
Right.
We're calling it roughly a 10-foot by 10-foot outdoor patio. And that's how you start, that's how you enter into your realm, is not through a door right in the kitchen or wherever it's at, but through your exterior.
Right.
And kind of, taking advantage of San Diego weather.
Right. Well, look, I think we have a lot of great projects. I love them all, but I got to be careful how I say this. This is gearing up to become one of our coolest ones. The design is so rad. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys for helping us
seeing you
make it
guys,
happen.
100%. So it's crazy to think that when we closed on this in June, this was a duplex that somebody was using as an Airbnb. And now we are going vertical and building a 32-unit apartment. That's kind of the magic that's happening in California right now. We are so undersupplied that you finally have cities going, you can build, which is exciting. That means there's an opportunity. If you're interested in investing with us in these projects, we have one project left that we haven't closed on yet. DM me the word invest. I'm going to get you over the information. I can't wait to hear from you.